Happy day, everyone, or good evening, depending on your time zone. I'm Tina, and welcome to the Wanderlust Homebody channel. I am a corporate nurse turned house sitter and turned global house sitter and world traveler. And I'm here to share tips with how house sitting can help you travel abroad while you save or build wealth. Welcome. Today, I am here to just quickly talk to you, or maybe not so quickly, talk to you about my first month here. Today actually marks 1 month that I arrived in San Miguel de Allende, Mexico for a house sit that is about 2.5 months. So it's been kind of unusual, even to start off. So I wanted to share that with you guys so that you could have a taste of how it is going. So usually I rate every house sit, since this is Wanderlust Homebody, I say whether it was a Wanderlust home sit or I was a homebody during the house sit. So I will summarize that, my thoughts on that towards the end of the video. So again, as always, I have my handy dandy note card so that I won't go too far off track. And firstly, I want to say that it is unusual because of the way it started. So I booked this house sit to coincide with the time that I needed to be back in Mexico to renew my temporary residency. So I got temporary residency last year in November, the middle of November, I believe the 16th. So when you get temporary residency in Mexico, the way I obtained mine, I have to renew mine after 1 year. And that is true. There used to be a different way that you could get temporary residency where you wouldn't have to renew it for the entire 4 years. But they did away with that way um, a few earlier this year around May, so a few months ago. And I didn't do it that way because I didn't qualify. I hadn't been to you had to have been to Mexico prior to 2023 for it to work. And I had never been to Mexico until last year when I came to get my residency. So the process I used to get mine, after 1 year, you have to renew it, and you can renew it for 1, 2, or 3 more years. And then after that fourth year, I will become a permanent resident as long as I renew it then. So I needed to be here because you can renew it within 30 days of your 1 year anniversary. So I have from October 16th, which is today, to November 16th to renew mine. So I wanted to be here for that. And I just wanted to, it was time for me to leave. I was wrapping up everything in the States. And yeah, I just decided to come on over to Mexico. So the unusual thing, though, two unusual things about this house sit. The first is that I missed my flight. The sit. So I arrived in Mexico actually on October 15th, but it was late. I'm sorry, September 15th, a month ago. But it was late at night, so I stayed in the town that I flew into, which is Nuevo Leon, um, where the airport is here in the state of Guanajuato. So I came to my house sit officially on the 16th of September. The sit was supposed to start actually on September 6th. I went to the airport. Of course, you're supposed to arrive at the airport for international flights 3 hours early, but I rarely do that. And in my mind, Mexico is not, for some reason, Mexico is so close that in my mind, I don't even consider it international. So I got to the airport just under 2 hours and thought I would be fine before my flight. They had left. The entire staff for my flight had left. There was no one there. So, which was not cool. So it was about an hour and 50 minutes left by the time I got to where they were, where they were when the staff was there. So I was in the airport for an hour and 50 minutes and could not go anywhere. So The hosts were very, very cool and understanding about it, and they were like, "No problem, just come later. We plan for things like this, so we can, we're not leaving. We weren't leaving immediately." And it worked out really well because I needed to stay and finish packing my house in case I didn't go back because I had already been planning on selling it. So I took my time. I took another week and a day to go ahead and get everything in order just in case I decided to sell and not to come back. So it worked out really, it was God's way of working that out for me because that's what I should have been doing the week before. The week before I was supposed to leave on the 6th. So that was unusual. That has never happened to me before. And then the second unusual thing is that during house sits, the hosts are away. The exchange is that you come stay in their house while they're away and, keep their house, keep their pet, take care of their plants, whatever. For this house sit, I'm 1 month in. The entire time, the hosts have never been away overnight. They just go run errands and such. But it's fine because I'm on a ranch, a very large ranch, about about 10 miles outside of San Miguel. And so I'm in my own casita, little house. I'm looking around, and I will give you guys a tour of it within the next week. But so they're in their house, the main house up the way, and I'm here in the casita. So it's unorthodox in that way that even though they're here, I don't see them unless I, go outside and see them out there. They come up, this way and pass by to go to other places on the grounds. So unorthodox, but it works just fine. And actually, they are leaving for the first time tomorrow, and they'll be gone for a week. So this is a pet sit. I have a dog, sweet, sweet girl named Delilah, that I'm sitting. So it'll be our first week together, alone, together by ourselves. All right. Next on my note is I just want to talk about the people. So I have not been doing anything exciting. I've just been really, it's a lot of things to handle that I'm trying to take care of, from back in the States and then getting things together just day to day. So I only leave. I leave every Saturday. That is like one of the highlights. I go to the market because an open market. Because when I told one of my girlfriends, she was like, "You mean the grocery store?" It's an open market that sells organic food. Because I eat mostly vegan, but I call myself a vegetarian because I still eat yogurt that has milk in it. Greek yogurt, love it. It's my favorite. I eat it almost every day. So I'm a vegetarian because of that. But the grocery stores don't have a huge variety of organic produce. So my hosts are American, and they already were accustomed to every Saturday going to this Saturday market. So the it's a husband and wife. The husband introduced me to this amazing bakery run by an Italian guy. So we have a Saturday routine. We stop by the bakery first, then we go to the market, and I walk around, and I don't talk about it. I haven't talked about it much yet on this channel. I love mushrooms so much, like a staple. So there is a mushroom person at the market, which I love, and then all sorts of fresh fruits and vegetables. So I'm becoming still used to it because I was buying too much produce and having to throw a lot of it out. Just getting excited, seeing all of the colors and the new vegetables that I have never tried before. So now I've tempered down a bit. So I go to the market on Saturdays, and then after that, I do go to the regular grocery store. He does take me because from where my house it is, again, I mentioned it's about I would say 10 to 12 miles outside of the city center. So I would have to take a bus. So he just takes me. But that leads me to another adventure. I have taken the bus into town and back once, only once in this month. Otherwise, I just go when the husband goes to town. So I've done that. The bus was amazing. Guess how much the bus cost, y'all? It cost 10 pesos, which is about the equivalent to about 50 cent. No, is it 50 cent or 5 cent? 50 cent. And it goes very far, like all the way into downtown. So many miles for 50 cent each way. But still, so I got a chance to ride it. Of course, I love the people. Um, always have loved the people. I've lived in Texas most of my adult life. And so, I get a chance to, I've always gotten a chance to interact with a lot of people from Mexico, and the warmth and the love and the sense of community, which is a thing that is very important for me to experience when as I travel abroad. It is just amazing here. As a matter of fact, day before yesterday, I've had to go to the immigration office twice because I needed to change my address. Yeah, I'll get to that. But I was standing at the bus stop, which you can imagine I'm in a rural area. And so the bus stop is just at the end of a dirt road that intersects with the main road, and it's just marked by like two tires, literally. I took a picture of it. I'm gonna show you guys. So I was trying to catch the bus. A lady passed by, and she's coming out of this community, and she went a little way. She turned around, and I was looking away. I was paying attention, but I wasn't looking directly at her. So she turned around. She passed back by me again. And then maybe 10 minutes later, she came back again. And she asked me if I wanted a ride. The sweetest lady, she even gave me a pamphlet of businesses. This one, actually, that has been so, so helpful to me in finding some local businesses, doctors, it lists. So it's really been helpful. But she gave me that pamphlet. But she insisted that she give me a ride into town, especially because the immigration office is just as you into town if you're coming from this way. So we had amazing conversation, and I'm gonna hang out with her. We're gonna get together and see each other again. Um, so it's a a native to San Miguel. She was actually born and raised here, she said. And I studied Spanish in junior high and high school. So I am not fluent, but I can speak it pretty well. I can speak it conversationally. So that was really a delight. But the people are so wonderful and community oriented that I couldn't even catch the bus. I got a ride. And so my host was already going to be coming into town and was supposed to pick me up. So I didn't ride the bus back. So great experience with that. And I'm wanting to tell y'all the things that I've been doing, which really is not much. And let's see. Oh, I wanted to go back because I just mentioned that I went to the immigration office twice. So I went, trying to make sure I'm not missing anything. When I initially, for the first time, came to Mexico last November to get my residency, I got my residency in the state of Guadalajara. Okay, you have to renew your residency at the same place that you got it unless you change your address. So I'm about 5 hours, give or take, I think 4 to 5 hours away from Guadalajara. And I knew that, coming here, and I was just planning to go ahead over there. I had worked, spoken with the hosts about it, and they were like, that's fine because they are here, most of the time. But when I started thinking about it, and one of the hosts mentioned, like, you can just do it here. All you have to do is change your address, and we'll give you what you need. So you have 30 days to change your address. 30 days from the time that your address changed to change your address. Because I flew in to Mexico, I got a stamp. It's stamped and noted electronically when I got here. So I had to change my address within 30 days of my flight because they knew when I got here. And of course, if I had left, you guys understand what I'm saying. I couldn't have done it within and been compliant within the 30-day mark and said, oh, well, I had already moved, because then I would have been outside of the 30-day parameter. And there is a heavy fee when you don't renew within the 30 days. Some places that I read say 30, some places that I've read say 90. I don't know which is true or if it's situational. So I went ahead and did it within the 30 days. So the first time I went, there was a glitch in the system. I needed an appointment, and the system kept telling me that I had one, but I didn't. So then they told me how to correct the glitch, which is by not adding zeros. Oddly enough, the zeros that come in front of a number that you have to use, they're clearly there. But in order for the system to behave correctly, you have to not put the zeros in. So I learned that and scheduled an appointment and went back the second time, day before yesterday. So that's been one of my adventures, if you can call it that. And then lastly, I just want to say, because so today and day before yesterday, because I left the immigration office and walked to the pharmacy. But until today, and I stopped right there and got my host to come get me. If I had walked like 3 more minutes past the pharmacy, I would have been in the heart of everything. And I've only seen it in the car, like downtown and such. They call it Centro, the center of town. I've only seen it just passing by in the car. I would have been in the heart of everything, and I had no idea. I would have definitely, I didn't have anything, I wasn't in a hurry. I would have gone and explored, but I didn't because I didn't know where I was. So today, though, we had to go that way, and I saw it, and it was lovely because since I've been here, I've been comparing it to the town that I fell in love with. Oh, that scared me. That's the dog. Come in, Delilah. I fell in love with a town called Tlaquepaque, which is in Guadalajara State. Right now, I'm in Guanajuato State. I kept comparing like the feeling and what I was seeing to that, and I was like, oh, I don't love it here. And people love, especially Americans, love San Miguel so much. I was just surprised. But what I came to realize is that I was not immersing with the people, the locals a lot, because out here where I am, the only locals I see are the guys who work on the ground, the two groundskeepers. Well, it's three groundskeepers. So once I got around them, like the more I go out now and spend time with local people, communicating with them, just in their environment. And today, getting to see San Miguel, like Central, the area that's bustling and bustling with the local community and with all of the shops and such, it felt really good, and it felt like an area that I want to explore more to feel more immersed here, like culturally and just geographically immersed. Because now where I am out on the ranch that I'm on, it is beautiful, y'all. I don't know why I didn't say that at first. It is so, I love nature. This is a nature haven. It's on a monarch migration path. It's butterflies everywhere. Butterflies are my favorite animal. It's flowers in beautiful, brilliant colors. I'm looking outside at flowers right now, and I have three big windows. It's the grounds are immaculately kept. It's trees and it's an olive grove here and a grape orchard, if that's what it's called. In the front is grapes, like for wine, and in the back is a huge olive grove, and they actually harvest the olives and sell them at a local store. There's a pool. I haven't been in it yet because it's been quite cool actually, weather-wise. But it is just serene. I hear birds all the time. When I wake up and when I'm going to sleep, it's just amazing. So this house sit so far is, and I don't say so far. I mean this house sit has been, it's incredible. It's more beautiful than I imagined it would be based on the description of the house sitters who stayed here before. It's wonderful. So I love it here. I'm not accustomed to being so far away from the city without a car. I thought I was gonna drive, but I ended up not driving. So so that's a thing, to get to the city center. But I will say that Dia de los Muertos, Day of the Dead, is coming up in a week and a half or so. And I'm really looking forward to that. And I'm going to definitely get out and mingle and experience the culture of that. Um, More to come about it. So, to get to whether this sit thus far has been Wanderlust, whether I've been Wanderlust or a homebody, 100% homebody. I haven't gotten out and seen much or mingled with the people. When I go out, I do, what's necessary and I really come back. But after the hosts come back, I'm going to go hang out, much more, especially, like I said, with Day of the Dead commemorations coming up. So that is my update for 30 days in at my current house sit in the beautiful San Miguel de Allende. And if you are interested in becoming a house sitter yourself, please check out my free download of how you can search for house sits easily and narrow down the ones that you really want on my favorite site, the only site that I've used on my almost 3 year house sitting journey, called Trusted House Sitters. And in the description, there's a link for that. And there's also a description for you to receive 25% off of your annual Trusted House Sitters membership if you decide to join. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you on tomorrow's live. Bye bye.